2.9 Distracted Driving. Whenever you are driving a vehicle and your attention is not on the road, you're putting yourself, your passengers, other vehicles, and pedestrians in danger. Distracted driving can result when you perform any activity that may shift your full attention from the driving task. Taking your eyes off the road or hands off the steering wheel presents obvious driving risks. Mental activities that take your mind away from driving are just as dangerous. Your eyes can gaze at objects in the driving scene but fail to see them because your attention is distracted elsewhere. Activities that can distract your attention include talking to passengers, adjusting the radio, CD player or climate controls, eating, drinking, or smoking, reading maps or other literature, picking up something that fell, reading billboards and other road advertisements, watching other people and vehicles including aggressive drivers, talking on a cell phone or CB radio, using telematic devices such as navigation systems, pagers, etc., daydreaming or being occupied with other mental distractions. 2.9.1 Don't drive distracted. If drivers react a half second slower because of distractions, crashes double. Some tips to follow so you won't become distracted. Review and be totally familiar with all safety and usage features on any in-vehicle electronics, including your wireless or cell phone, before you drive. Pre-program radio stations. Preload your favorite CDs or cassette tapes. Clear the vehicle of any unnecessary objects. Review maps and plan your route before you begin driving. Adjust all mirrors for best all-around visibility before you start your trip. Don't attempt to read or write while you drive. Avoid smoking, eating, and drinking while you drive. Don't engage in complex or emotionally intense conversations with other occupants. 2.9.2 Use in-vehicle communication equipment cautiously. When possible, pull off the road in a safe, legal place when receiving a call on communication equipment. If possible, turn the cell phone off until your destination is reached. Position the cell phone within easy reach. Pre-program cell phones with commonly called numbers. If you have to place a call, find a safe place to pull off the road. Do not place a call while driving. New York State vehicle and traffic laws require that only hands-free devices can be used while driving. Even these devices are unsafe to use when you are moving down the road. If you must use your cell phone, keep conversations short. Develop ways to get free of long-winded friends and associates while on the road. Never use the cell phone for social visiting. Hang up in tricky traffic situations. Do not use the equipment when approaching locations with heavy traffic, road construction, heavy pedestrian traffic, or severe weather conditions. Do not attempt to type or read messages on your satellite system while driving. 2.9.3 Watch out for other distracted drivers. You need to be able to recognize other drivers who are engaged in any form of driving distraction. Not recognizing other distracted drivers can prevent you from perceiving or reacting correctly in time to prevent a crash. Watch for vehicles that may drift over the lane divider lines or within their own lane. Vehicles traveling at inconsistent speeds. Drivers who are preoccupied with maps, food, cigarettes, cell phones, or other objects. Drivers who appear to be involved in conversations with their passengers. Give a distracted driver plenty of room and maintain your safe following distance. Be very careful when passing a driver who seems to be distracted. The other driver may not be aware of your presence, and they may drift in front of you. 2.10 Aggressive drivers' road rage. 2.10.1 What is it? Aggressive driving and road rage are not new problems. However, in today's world, where heavy and slow-moving traffic and tight schedules are the norm, more and more drivers are taking out their anger and frustration in their vehicles. Crowded roads leave little room for error, leading to suspicion and hostility among drivers and encouraging them to take personally the mistakes of other drivers. Aggressive driving is the act of operating a motor vehicle in a selfish, bold, or pushy manner, without regard for the rights or safety of others. Road rage is an emotional state of anger or hostility resulting from an incident involving the use of a motor vehicle which escalates into violent criminal acts or threats or attempts of violent acts. Road rage may include provocative behavior intended to intimidate or harass others or instill fear in them. Road rage is not aggressive driving. However, aggressive driving can escalate into road rage. Aggressive driving generally involves traffic infractions, while road rage generally involves crimes. 2.10.2. Don't be an aggressive driver. How you feel before you even start your vehicle has a lot to do with how stress will affect you while driving. Reduce your stress before and while you drive. Listen to easy listening music. Give the drive your full attention. Don't allow yourself to become distracted by talking on your cell phone, eating, etc. Be realistic about your travel time. Expect delays because of traffic, construction, or bad weather, and make allowances. If you're going to be later than you expected, deal with it. Take a deep breath and accept the delay. Give other drivers the benefit of the doubt. Try to imagine why he or she is driving that way. Whatever the reason, it has nothing to do with you. Slow down and keep your following distance reasonable. Don't drive slowly in the left lane of traffic. Avoid gestures. Keep your hands on the wheel. Avoid making any gestures that might anger another driver, even seemingly harmless expressions of irritation like shaking your head. Be a cautious and courteous driver. If another driver seems eager to get in front of you, say, "Be my guest." This response will soon become a habit, and you won't be as offended by other drivers' actions. 2.10.3. What you should do when confronted by an aggressive driver. First and foremost, make every attempt to get out of their way. Put your pride in the back seat. Do not challenge them by speeding up or attempting to hold your own in the traffic lane. Avoid eye contact, ignore gestures, and refuse to react to them. Report aggressive drivers to the appropriate authorities by providing a vehicle description, license number, location, and a possible direction of travel. If you have a cell phone and can do it safely, call the police. If an aggressive driver is involved in a crash farther down the road, stop a safe distance from the crash scene, wait for the police to arrive, and report the driving behavior that you witnessed. Subsections 2.9 and 2.10 test your knowledge. Question 1. What are some tips to follow so you won't become a distracted driver? Question 2. How do you use in-vehicle communications equipment cautiously? Question 3. How do you recognize a distracted driver? Question 4. What is the difference between aggressive driving and road rage? Question 5. What should you do when confronted with an aggressive driver? Question 6. What are some things you can do to reduce your stress before and while you drive? These questions may be on the test. If you can't answer them all, reread subsections 2.9 and 2.10.